Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the end of summer. I know a lot of people already have fall up, but here in southern Arizona, we're still seeing triple digits. So it is still hot, 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 but I am going to start decorating for fall here very shortly. As a matter of fact, as soon as I'm done filming this, editing it, we're going to be taking it all down and fall is going up. Right when you walk in, and I'm sorry, my house is very dark. I'm actually going to close this window. The house is naturally dark, but what you gonna do? So right here, when you first walk in, I have a summery hat hanging. And of course, if you guys didn't notice, my theme right now is all bees. And then over here, I just have this welcome to our hive. I think that is so cute. And then some flowers in this basket. And I know the lighting will go in and out. And I really should have filmed this earlier. I'm sorry, but I did not. Anyways, when you look this way, right when you walk in, I still have the picture of Jesus up there. And I have Believe, which is so cute. And then I have that crocheted bee. I might actually get rid of this. I don't know if I really like it or not, but I just put it up there for now. And I have this little beekeeper thing on here. This thing, it falls down because usually the cats jump up here, but it needs to be hung on the wall anyways. And then I have this cabinet. Usually there's a glare, but because of the glass, my boys broke it. They were playing around and it just broke the front of the glass. So I now have some open shelving, which is okay. I'm not mad about it. This was a little cake from Target. It was originally like, I think it was $3, but I found it at Goodwill for $1.99. So I just painted it yellow. Made, as you can still kind of see the snowflake. It was a Christmas cookie. And I took the Christmas stuff off and tried to make it look like it was a bee cookie. Probably needed more puffy paint. And then right in here I have a cake and some candles. I have quite a bit of pillows. I did not buy any new bee stuff this year. I don't believe I did. I'm pretty sure I didn't buy anything new this year. For my bees, I just kind of used what I had. And then over here, I normally have like a, I don't even know, it's like a garden thing. It's black. I'll show it to you in a little bit. Anyways, I moved it around. So this is what I have right here. We're going to go in the living room. And normally I have that little white table right here, but I put this plant. And then in its place, this is what I'm talking about. This like garden decoration. I don't even know what it is, but I know I wanted it. So, and my lamp just went out. My light, as you can see, it's like barely, so I'm just gonna turn it off because it went out. But over here I have a whole bunch of well, not a whole bunch, but I have some bee pillows and this really pretty, really pretty cover. I got it from Temu last year. I thought that was really nice. And then I don't have a ton of bee stuff, but I just, like I said, used what I had, and I thought everything turned out really cute. And then right here, this was a $1 picture frame from Target, and I just put that little honey bear picture in there. And then these cute little bees on each side. And this is like the first year I'm having this shelf for all the holidays. And it's been kind of fun decorating it. I don't know. I've been liking it. And up on my fireplace, I have a couple of bee pictures. Oh, and you know what? I do have these little tiny bee lights that turn on. Look how cute. Just a few of them. I thought that was super cute. And then over here, what do I have? Up here I just have one beehive, a bee kind, and then right here is like a little yellow bee vase. Not much. And then I have some bee coasters. And on my fireplace, at the bottom, as you can see, another bee pillow. I was going to say a bee picture. No, a bee pillow. And then I have, these are like outdoor things, but I didn't really decorate outside for my bee themed, so I just left them right here at the hearth. A little stone and a little light. And then of course, I brought in my yellow blankets and my yellow pillows. And the cats love these tassels. They've been tearing them up, as you can see, kinda. But it still turned out really nice, and it's very cheerful. Hey, Yoda. Hey. He doesn't like the camera, apparently. At my fireplace, I have this really pretty bee picture. Let me see. There it goes. Look how pretty that is. That also came from like this sticker book thing that my mom had that I just used. And I have a couple of beehives and this cute truck with those little bees. Isn't that adorable? And oh, I do have this right here that I forgot. Like this Hive Rules with this Busy Bee Company. There we go. Although I'm going to take it down right now, so it doesn't matter. But, and then this Home Sweet Home with the bees. I thought that was really nice. And then when we come in here to the kitchen, even though you just saw that one cat, this is a completely different cat. This one's a sweet little angel, and he likes to get on my shoulder. He is very, very sweet. Right there. The other one's kind of rude. I just had the table set. Now I will tell you, we do not eat off these dishes because of cats like to jump up there. You know, it's gross, yada, 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 but I mean, it is what it is. So I just have these dishes and they're super cute, but we don't eat off of them. But anyways, each plate has a different one and they're super, super sweet. And then in the middle, I found this thing from this tray. I had a Home Goods tag on it. I found it from Goodwill for $15, and the tag that it had on it was for $50. And I'm like, I'm not paying $50, but I will pay $15. So I just put these little faux desserts up here. These look so good. They look real, but of course they're fake. And then my little fall pies. And this is what I'm talking about. I have cats galore and they get on everything. They're not supposed to and they know it, but I can put them down 100 times and it's not going to make a difference. And over here I just have that I'm so happy to be home with the bread. I thought that was really cute. And this little bee scoop that I made, really cute. And then up here there's Queen Bee. And it's still the coffee shop thing, but here's the coffee bar. And this is Sweet Honey. It's adorable up there. I love that. And I really, really like the beehives that I added. You know, the little honey too with some bees. And then there's a sign that says honey. And these are just really, really cute. I love the way the coffee bar turned out. I did get this little holder for $3.99. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I bought. And I got it from Goodwill and spray painted it. And I bought this tray at Goodwill. No, at Deseret. And you can see how it's like kind of cracked. I got it for $2. So that and this thing are the only things I got new this year. And I have quite a bit. And I think I actually have another bin out in my shed, but obviously I'm just gonna leave it how it is. So this is where I think you see more of the bee stuff. We have some napkins, cute little beehive, and all these beehives I made out of just stuff that I had laying around the house. Really cute. And then up here, and hopefully that doesn't give a shadow, so I'm gonna kind of stand off to the side, but up here I have just a lot of bee stuff. Anything bee, honey bee, I really like. Anything that I could have used in this, I got this at Goodwill last year, and I just thought that was such a cute little bear. And then that is a Hobby Lobby Christmas ornament that I just put right there. Yep, and I like the way it looks. You know what? I did lie. I actually got one more thing, and I think it was only a couple of dollars, but I didn't get it just for like the bee thing. It's this Fresh Baked Pies. It comes where you can, you know, it's totally clear, but I went on ahead and put a yellow piece of paper behind it. That way you could see it better and you wouldn't see the plug. And I'm going to keep that out for fall and change it with probably like a gingham pattern, maybe orange and browns and stuff for the fall season. And then here's some faux cakes. Faux little cakes, real cute. They look very realistic. And then this is just a topper to a mug, which I've gotten rid of almost all of my Rae Dunn stuff. Except for Christmas, pretty much. Other than that, I got rid of it. And then Home is Where Your Honey Is. I love that. I think that is so adorable. And I bought a picture of Temu to go up here, but I do not know where it is, so I left it blank. And then I have this picture on this side, which is a beautiful picture. I love that. That is so pretty. And then over here, I have one little sad little dish mat. What do you call these? Pot holder. And then this turned out super cute. This is a little beehive that I found at Goodwill. Just on the stove, there's a little bee towel, which is really cute. Oh, and this little bee timer, super cute. And then over here, oh, and I forgot to show you something on the other side. Over here, this is just bee with some measuring cups, a butter container, a little guy just climbing up to the flowers, a cookie jar with some bees, and then just a little bit of stuff in here. Some bowls, a honey dipper, another top to a cup, and I have another little pot, and then not a pot, a pot holder, which is really cute. And then this little guy, I glued him on to these beads. And then just in here, I just have a yellow flower. And up here, this little sign, honeybees, flowers, please. I just kept that right there. And I thought that looked pretty cute. And again, I had no, oops, sorry, that light's bright. Again, I had no picture up here, but for fall, I'm gonna have a ton of pictures. But I do have this, a cookbook with a little cutting board with a bee on it, some spatulas and a honey dipper. And then this little bee, he is so cute. I think that bee's my favorite. Some flowers and then fresh honey. I love that sign. And then this is just so pretty. I absolutely love this basket with flowers. And this is also very, very pretty. I'm pretty sure I got this like on Pier 39 in California. And it just has these little bees. So cute. So there's that. And I'm pretty sure I showed you those fake muffins in here. And the last thing I did not show you was right here. This was this Be Humble and Kind picture. And then this Hive Rules picture. And then you guys saw that cute little guy in his hive. That is my home tour for the end of summer. Getting ready to take it down. I hope you guys like this tour. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Put a bee emoji in the comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.